Well, good morning.
Welcome.
I hope you're awake today, because it's Monday, and I'm feeling a bit groggy.
Welcome to the first episode of the Back Row Morning Show with Matt and Mo. We're doing podcasts for nearly 3 years, and now here we is at the natural progression of starting our own radio station and doing the morning show for it.
I feel like we are feeling very awkward currently,
right?
And don't know where to go.
We didn't have to audition. We're just like, hey,
let's do it.
We got microphones. As we were preparing for the summit trip, we'd been talking about, we were renting this house, and there's like 10 of us going. We were renting this house, and we were trying to figure out the bed situation there, because they had a lot of beds, but they were all in different rooms and different setups. And we realized we just had one extra person, and we needed a mattress in somewhere. And there was one room that had an extra mattress, but it was, that couple was in that room, so we didn't want to throw an extra person in there. Mm-hmm. So Mo says, well, we can always just get the mattress. And I'm not thinking she means that extra mattress in the room. I'm thinking she's talking about, let's bring a mattress from Clovis to the airport in Albuquerque, fly it to LA, get it to our other house, and lay it out for her. And and she's clearly talking about a real mattress, not an air mattress. I'm thinking, how do I say this without offending her? I don't think we're going to be able to do that. That might be too much work. I'm thinking, that's not going to fit in an overhead compartment. We're just going to carry it on the top of our heads everywhere we go.
The whole group walking in a single file line.
I don't know why I was so dense that morning, but gosh, that was funny.
So when you responded to my message that I thought you meant carry a mattress like through the airport, I'm reading your message and I'm going, what is he on today? What?
I was sincere. I wasn't joking. Oh, I really thought that, and I'm like, she's trying so hard. How can I can't be mean to her and be like, Mo, that's a dumb idea. In fact, there was a time that happened with my mom this last weekend. She was staying, or 2 weekends ago, she was staying at the hospital with my dad. And overnight, she had went to a hotel to sleep. And my dad, who can't get up to pee by himself, they have like a little container for him to pee into.
Right.
Well, he couldn't find it overnight. So he peed into the thing of water that they bring. Forgot about it.
Oh, no.
My mom got there.
No.
Poured a cup, took a sip.
No!
Put it on the windowsill and said, why does that look so yellow?
Oh, my goodness.
And I could not stop laughing.
No. And it's also National Crush a Can Day.
Crush a can.
Yep. I used to crush them all the time until I cut the palm of my hand real good.
Ah.
Yep.
You ever crush one on your head?
No, I'm not an idiot.
Well, then I've never done it either.
Matt told me I could no longer go and pick up the pizza from Little Caesars.
Because you'll just...
Because I'm mean.
you have no decorum. Like, dang it, people.
This is your job. I called yesterday and I called this morning to remind you. And you assured me both times that at 5:30 they would be ready for pickup. And I am here at 5:40 giving you a 10-minute buffer, and it is not ready. Not ready. Where's your manager? Oh, your manager is the 19-year-old that I'm talking to? That might be your problem.
From Jim Pemberton, if I ran my church, anyone who complains to the sound man would have to volunteer to run the board next time.
You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't let you, no.
No.
I'm too proud.
Or I feel like you'd purposely sabotage it in some way. Like you disconnect
Oh, it's
wires
not so easy, is it? I'll take over. Why don't you go sit down in the cheap seats? Mo.
Nope. Not today.
Putting the quarter in. I want you to vend me 5 random facts, please.
Not happening. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm a quitter. Because until you decide
still beating
not
this drum
quit on something, I'm gonna quit on everything.
almost an hour. She's still beating the drum.
Hey, you know what? Whatever I gotta do to encourage you and hold you accountable.
You ride a horse, I'll do anything you want, Mo.
Challenge accepted. Oh, hold on. Can I make a call? Seriously?
Make a call to who?
Nope. It don't matter to who. Can I make a call?
No.
I'm making a call. I'm making a call.
Ooh, to whom?
None of your business.
Is it on speaker?
It's on speaker. Hopefully she answers. She's not going to answer.
I don't know what's happening.
Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Answer the phone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
How are you?
Doing alright, how are you?
I'm good. So I have to tell you something. You are currently on the morning show. So say hi to Matt and say hi to our listeners.
Hi, Matt. Hi, listeners.
Introduce yourself because Matt has no idea who he's talking to right now.
I'm Maddie and Megan's friend. Mo's friend, sorry.
So it's our friend Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie. Hi, Maddie.
From BRBC, okay? So Maddie, we were talking in the last hour about horses, okay? Because it's National Horse Day, Horse Appreciation Day. And I told Matt that I have a fear of horses, that I really would love to ride a horse, but I'm terrified of horses. Okay, so this led to a really long discussion about how Matt is a quitter and he never sees anything through to the end. And he just challenged me with, if I ride a horse, he will do anything that I ask. Do you see where you come into play here?
Yes.
Do you think, Maddie, that at some point in the near future, we can set it up to where I can ride your horse so that I can make Matt do anything that I want him to?
That sounds like an excellent plan.
Yes!
I didn't sign any contract or nothing. So
It is on the morning show. Our listeners have all heard it. All right, Maddie, I love you and thank you.
All right, love you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Ha, 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 ha. Watch what you say, because you're going to eat your words now.
that horse kicks you. Have you ever gone to a movie by yourself and been the only one there?
No.
Because I have, and it was fantastic.
Yeah?
It was the best experience. I almost took my pants off. I felt so comfortable. I moved like 3 times. I'm like, I'm going to sit over here for a while. I'm going to sit over here now. That was great.
Oh my. The guys come in to clean up early and Matt's just sitting there in his boxers. Oh, wait.
Hold on, guys. There's nothing weird. I was just getting comfortable.
We talked about how Cannon got a hoverboard for Christmas, right? And there's video proof of both Chris and I riding said hoverboard.
Yeah.
Okay? It's really pretty simple. Once you get your footing and you get your balance, you understand how it works. Easy peasy.
But not everybody reaches that level, Mo.
You know why they don't reach that level? Because they're too chicken to try, okay? Had friends over, our group of people, last Saturday night.
Your Bible study group?
Yep. Chris and I, we bring out the hoverboard, we show how it works and everything, okay? Sippy and Samantha give it a a good effort. They hop on there. They give it a try. They kind of get their footing, but that's okay. I'm good. I don't need to be a hoverboard expert, right? The other two couples that were there, hey guys, give it a try. Nope. Nope. I don't want to die today. That's what they. I don't want to die today.
Thank you.
I don't have time for that. I don't want to hurt my neck. Matt, in that moment.
Work in the morning.
In that moment, no, they don't. They are both stay-at-home parents anyway. So in that moment, I remembered why I can't open gifts in front of people. Okay, and it's because I have no poker face whatsoever. None. I looked at my two friends with utter annoyance and disgust on my face, and I said,
You sicken me.
I said, y'all are a bunch of fuddy-duddies, and I walked away. And I heard, now I'm getting judged for not wanting to be on a hoverboard. And I thought,
what year
dang
is this?
right, you're in my house, and I said, try the hoverboard, and you said no. I surely am gonna judge you. Chicken, that's all I could do. They all left, and I told Chris, I said, we may have lost a couple friends tonight, just so you know.
You're terrible.
I felt kind of bad, but then again, I really didn't.
But at the same time, I'm still mad about it, so.
I am older. I am the second oldest person in that group of people.
Youth pastor. Any prayer requests? Homeschooled student. Yeah, pray for my robotics team. We're going to the Homeschool Robotics National Championships. Youth pastor. Okay, anybody want to pray that Liam here gets a life? I want the ability to pop people's tires.
What? Matt, that's awful.
Not like they explode while you're driving. Like I could just create a nail that's already embedded in your tire, so it's slowly just inconveniencing someone. They gotta go to Discount Tire and get it fixed, kind of thing.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's like the ultimate response to people who choose to drive like jerks.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't.
Hey, magic's not real, so you don't gotta worry about it.
I don't even know. I feel like I've lost a little bit of respect for you.
That's because you're a bad driver.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm about tired of people telling me I'm a bad driver.
Oh, wait a minute. This happened before?
My husband refuses to let me drive because he says I'm a bad driver. I am not a bad driver. When you put his record next to mine, he's had more speeding tickets and more accidents. That quite possibly could be because he doesn't allow me to drive, so therefore he's behind the wheel more than I am. But that's neither here nor there.
How many times have you been driving with your Chick-fil-A nuggets in your lap or on your console? To prevent any messes, make your mealtime a pleasure. Simply place the straw of your drink through the hole in the chicken nugget box. Viola! You can balance your food on top of your drink.
It's voila.
Oh, is it? What
Yes!
Did I say viola? I did. I always say viola. I don't know why.
Voila!
You can place your food on top of your drink.
I can remember as a kid riding the bus. My mom was a stay-at-home mom and didn't even take me or pick me up from school. I had to ride the bus.
Yeah.
I always wondered, what are you doing that you can't come get me? You're making me ride on this stinky
Little bit of
bus.
effort here, Mom. Jeez, gotta go back to your doing nothing all day. Can't interrupt that nothing you're doing.
Well,
Clearly,
moms
do nothing. Stay-at-home moms
I
never
was not
do anything.
worth her coming to pick me up.
Eat bonbons all day, watch Days of Our Lives.
There were moms
Guiding
who
light.
worked all day and still took their kids and picked them up.
See,
They were more loved than I was.
second day in a row, Pamela. Don't let her badmouth you like this. Don't let her ruin your legacy. You had things to do.
No, listen, I know my mom well enough to know that she's listening and going, it's true.
Like, they offer this for free.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let them take my kid and bring him back.
That's exactly right. Yep. I got free lunches, and we had lunch meat. She made my dad's lunch every day. Why couldn't she make my lunch? Because you got free lunches.
I'm not going to make you a bologna sandwich when you can get one for free. Jeez, you think we're made of bologna sandwiches?
Name 3 musical instruments and imitate the sound they make.
What? A guitar, banjo, ding 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 ding, and a violin. Yes! On my game today.
Ding, 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 ding. Took the kids and my sister to the pool, and while there, like, it's blistering hot here in Clovis, but at the same time, it's that dry heat.
Yeah.
So the second that you get wet and then you get out of the pool, you're freezing.
Yeah.
There's no kind of humidity to, like...
Right.
Anyway, so I rarely get inside of the pool because I don't want to get out of the pool and be cold. So I was sitting on the side with my feet in, just cooling off a little, and this woman comes up to me, and she's like, so that's the farthest you've made it, huh? And I just kind of look at her, and I was like, yeah. And she's like, she looks at her friend who's in the pool. She's been here just as long as we have, and this is as far as she's gotten in the pool. We've been here for 3 hours, and she only sticks her feet in. You might as well just jump in. It's not that bad. And I'm like, yeah, but it's just cold. And she's like, no, just get your whole body in. And I'm thinking, when did I open up a conversation door for you to walk through and begin telling me how I should be getting in the pool? I don't want to talk to you. I have no desire to talk to you at all.
Yeah. Look, the first comment, that's innocent. That's just a, funny observation. That's as far as you gotten, eh? That's funny. But to egg you on continuously about it, look at her. She's been here. Look at her. What's she doing? Get in the pool.
Let me tell you how it ended. She had a toddler. He's like 4, probably, who at this point was making it his mission to get me in the pool. And so they go up to my sister and whisper in her ear, hey, go push her in the pool. And my sister, knowing me, is like, no, I'm not pushing her in the pool. I have to leave with her. So finally my sister comes up and whispers to me, Meg, just let him push you in the pool. They won't leave us alone until they push you in.
These people?
No, I've never met these people in my life, ever. And so I'm looking at my sister, and my sister's looking at me, and we've come to this understanding that these people are not going away until I get in the pool. And so she hops out, and with the help of the little boy, pushes me, I'm doing air quotes, into the pool. But I'm standing there thinking, as I'm freezing my tail off now,
Yeah.
how did I get to this place? Topher wanted to make a grilled cheese sandwich, and my kid he'll be 14 in December, right? My 8-year-old knows how to make grilled cheese, and Topher was like, so what do I do? Where's the plug? Because we use our griddle. Where's the plug for the griddle? What do I put on first? Do I need to butter the bread, or can I just put butter on the griddle? What about the cheese? What kind of cheese do I use? It got to the point where I was like, if you can't make your own daggone grilled cheese sandwich, you're not going to eat today. Stop asking me how to do it and figure it out.
Trial and error, son. Trial and error.
I was like...
Cheese first and then the bread? Because it's a grilled cheese, right? The cheese needs to be on the grill.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like him. I grilled a cheese, right? Not the bread. Otherwise, it'd be grilled bread with cheese, yeah? No. That was one of those moments where I walked away and went in my bedroom, and I was like, I just yelled at him about a grilled cheese sandwich. I just lost my cool over a grilled cheese sandwich.
I don't know that we would qualify him as a Christian rapper.
Oh, I'm totally qualifying
rapper who
him.
is a
Why?
Christian.
Okay, this is a whole nother topic.
Well, because the term Christian rapper implies that you're in the Christian music industry, which he's not.
But see, I don't think that it does. Sure, maybe.
You can not think it, but it does.
I just got the biggest eye roll from Matt that I've ever received in 7 years of friendship.
You can not think it all you want, but
it is what it is.
That's how this works.
I see this taking a huge turn for the worse. It's going to be like when Steve left Blue's Clues and Joe came along. Like, this
come on. I love Joe.
You're insane.
Joe's wonderful.
So I watched Blue's Clues with my little brother when he was like 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And Steve was the OG.
Uh-huh.
And then he had some sort of drug problem or something.
He didn't have a drug problem. That was a rumor that never happened. He was just going bald, and he decided he didn't want to be on there anymore. And he went and toured with his band.
I
and
can
had a
kind
good
of
time.
respect that. I mean, how weird would it be to have a balding guy?
Have you come up with an example yet?
No.
I'm starting to throw your whole theory out the window. Christmassy names that I didn't think were Christmassy names until I heard them in a Christmassy movie. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I need an example.
Whatever. I'm trying here. I'm looking, and I'm coming up short. Nothing is working. Once again, I tried to talk about something and realized I didn't know what I was talking about. Story of my life.
Names I hear in a movie that I never thought of as Christmassy until I heard them again, like Phil.
Shut up.
Because you fill the stockings, every Christmas.
See what I mean?
And now your mind is blown. You never thought Phil was a Christmas name until now.
Exactly.
Cole. I mean, come on.
Duh.
Christmas? Cole? Naughty boys? Every person I've ever met named Cole has been a bad boy.
A friend of ours shared one that said, God said, those are the first 2 words.
Okay.
God said, this year I made you strong. Next year I'm going to make you happy. So I looked at that and I said, no, he didn't. God did not say none of that.
I'm going to need a chapter and verse, please.
So the friend that posted this is a good childhood friend of Chris's, and so I just threw my phone over at Chris, and he picks it up and looks at it, and he's like, huh, where did God say that exactly? And so for whatever reason, I'm noticing more and more and more people are sharing things like this, where it starts, God said, and then something that clearly God never said. It's some prosperity gospel, make you feel good kind of thing.
Nonsense.
Yeah, and I'm like, God did not say any of this. None of it. 0. But you can't go on your friend's post and be like, wrong.
I feel like you can. I feel like I totally would have posted, can I get a chapter and verse on that? Gonna need some evidence here. We have
a whole book of things that God did say.
Right. Devising a number of tests, the researchers were able to measure charitable actions, mostly altruistic giving, in parallel with pain sensitivity and management. Their work, published in the Proceeds of the National Academy of Sciences, otherwise known as PNAS.
Why did you have to say that? You didn't have to say that.
That's how it's pronounced.
You did not.
PNAS.
Stop. It's usually me.
It's a legitimate
Why
word.
are
What
you
we
doing
talking
this
about?
right now?
That's what it's called.
I just want you to all know, because you can't see like I can. I have just witnessed Matthew turn into a different shade of red that I have ever seen before.
In third grade, first day of second grade, my teacher had apparently lost like 30 pounds over the summer. And she announced that. First day, we're in line going to the first thing for that day. And she announced that. And what I meant to say was, wow, I didn't really know you needed to lose weight. What I said was, it doesn't look like it. To this day, that comes to my mind at least twice a year, where I'm just like, oh gosh, that was just such a horrible moment. Everyone snapped their neck around at me, just in shock. She looking at me with just the saddest eyes. Like, no, I didn't. And then we had to leave, and I didn't even have time to explain myself, and I just never brought it up again.
Yeah.
It's been, 2 weeks with no toilet paper in the stores?
I just don't understand the toilet paper thing. Like that is the one thing out of all of this that has completely blown my mind. And here's the thing. You have two groups of people. This virus has divided our nation into two groups.
And it's not along party lines, which is so weird.
Right? It is those who freaked out and hoarded all the toilet paper, and then those who are like, what the crap? Now I don't have anything to wipe my butt with. I need to find toilet paper. And so we're all running around our towns looking for toilet paper, but for two separate reasons. I just need a few rolls to make it through a couple weeks. Please. That's all I need.
Well, the problem with this is that it makes the people who aren't hoarders freaking out have to become them.
I know.
So they'll have some eventually.
That is what I'm saying.
Oh, man. Now, there are, underwear that are very similar to the masks. Those masks that you have that have, that little carbon filter.
Yeah.
There are underwear that have those.
Matt.
To cut the stench and the germs. Maybe the CDC is going to come out and say we all need to start wearing those now. And we'll have volunteers all across the world stitching underwear there.
I am so disappointed with where this show has gone. I really, really am.
On the National Day of Prayer of all days.
I don't even know what to say right now. Those who know me best know exactly what I'm thinking. But we're not going there. See, there's too much of today's show where I cannot make comments. And I'm not okay with that.
So you're saying that you're having to put your comments in the back seat. They're having to take a number 2 to what you're actually saying.
It's exactly what I'm saying. It's exactly what I'm saying.
You don't want to toot your own horn, but you've got some really funny things that you'd like to expel, but you can't. I'll give you a number 2 pencil. You can write them out if you like. Just let them, dump out of your brain. Those faces getting red.
I'm so thankful to have you as one of my best friends.
Thank you.
I've never been more proud of you than what I am in this very moment.
That was pride welling up in your face. I thought it was anger. It was pride.
Pride. Embarrassment. The longest word in any of the major English language dictionaries is 45 letters long. Nope. What is it, Matt?
No, I put it on there for you to figure it out.
Oh my gosh. All right. No, I can't.
It's too early for this. I think it's pneumano ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Pneumano ultra microscopic, pneumono-ultramicroscopic silico-volcanosinosis.
Synoses. Yeah.
Whatever. That's a stupid word.
This is from Brenda Bryant, and this is a long one with a lot of emojis, and I can't accurately give emojis credit, but here we go. So everybody has that one pair of underwear you wear as the absolute last pair because nothing else is clean. And well, the last pair you hate wearing because it acts up. Like, rolls up or rolls down. It's holey, it's got elastic that doesn't cooperate. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about, because you do. Well, one Sunday, I reluctantly put on that pair. And then my full-length, super comfy, solid black go-to skirt. And finished getting ready and made my way to band practice that Sunday morning. I made it through practice, coffee and welcoming and pleasantries, no problems. Well, the worship service started, and I don't stand still while singing and worshiping God, much less at church at all. I'm a little charismatic, to say the least. So those underwear slowly started
Brenda.
Downward roll.
No.
I mean, like, trying to peel themselves off me. And were snowballing downward in an attempt to take themselves to the pits of the underworld. Hear me when I say, there was nothing I could do. By the time the music portion was done, I had penguin walked in hopes of them not cascading all the way down to the back of the sanctuary, and tried getting to the bathroom. My underwear was no longer covering what it should have. At this point, I feel as if commando would have been a better choice. This was one day I was super thankful for wide thighs. Know what I'm saying? Because Lord knows them thighs were the only thing keeping them underbritches from falling straight to the floor. I was convinced everyone could see and knew what was happening under that floor-length skirt. Needless to say, that pair went into the garbage. I was totally mortified and no one ever knew it or why, except my husband, who could tell something was wrong after the first song. Mo's face is just in a state of shock.
Man. Since jellyfish are about 98% of water, 98% water.
Water is 98% jellyfish?
What a difference one word could make.
Can you imagine how terrifying life would be? We'd all be so thirsty. There'd be so many of us like, I ain't turning that faucet on. You saw what happened last time.
We'd be thirsty and stinking. You know, I get most of my clothes from Walmart. That's where I buy most of my wardrobe. And my son is always like, Mom, really? Like, you can buy clothes at other stores.
You're one of those people?
Well, Cannon, as an adult, it's actually cooler if someone's like, hey, that's such a nice dress, or that's such a nice shirt. Where'd you get it? And I'm like, Walmart.
$15, had a Snickers on the way out.
It's something that as an adult, it's more of a bragging right to be like, yeah, I spent half the price on this and it looks just as good as what you're wearing, you know?
Like every fellowship event that we had, eventually you'd see the kitchen doors were closed, and that's because Joey was in there arguing with the Calvinist couple again. And the Calvinist couple always wind up like leaving. The wife was like always in tears leaving because they would always get into like an actual yelling match by the end of it. And I'm like, what are you pulling from this?
Exactly.
That makes you think this is a worthwhile event. Because number one, Calvinists believe that pretty much whatever you're going to believe is set in stone from beginning in time.
Yeah.
And so if Joey's ever going to become a Calvinist, that's going to happen whether you sit there and argue with him every week or not. So what are you pulling from this?
Can I get an amen?
But anyway, it is the most annoying argument.
I can agree. I got to
it.
tell you though, Matt, I've been exposed to what I consider an even more annoying argument.
Really? Okay.
And I really never thought that I would have to deal with this, especially in a church setting.
Okay.
But flat earthers.
Oh, gosh.
It got to the point to where Chris was finally like, listen, this does not affect my salvation or the fact that I'm going to heaven or that you're going to heaven at all, period, dot. Can we stop talking about it? Can we please be done?
Right.
You are not going to sell me on the fact that the earth is flat.
Name 3 circular objects.
A ball.
What? What's happening to you? This is your best game. And
A
you're
ball?
looking at so many circular things right now. There are so many round things on this desk.
There really are.
A cup, a pill bottle, a spinner, your Pringles can that you still have up there.
Oh my gosh. You jinxed me. This
The
is your
knobs
fault.
on the microphone right in front of your face.
Shut up. I needed to know what kind of food was at Jack in the Box. Like, what am I going to get? Well, you want a burger or you want a taco? You want egg rolls? You literally get anything. I immediately start having an anxiety attack. I don't know what I want.
Too many choices.
I don't know what I want to eat. And I whispered to Chris, I was also 8 months pregnant with Topher at the time, so I whispered to Chris, I want everything.
I'm pregnant, right? I can get away with that.
And he said, then get everything. And it was love at first bite for me.
I can show you the world. Egg rolls, tacos, and burgers.
Yes, absolutely.
Anything you desire can be served upon this tray. The robot uses suction cups designed to create the ideal amount of suction to insert and remove the lenses easily. Mo's shaking her head.
No,
Nope.
thank you.
This is just another way. One day, it's good. When the robots revolt, they're going to grab me by my eyes, and I'm done. Just suck that eyeball right out.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Just one malfunction.
Yep.
One malfunction is all it takes. You got no more eyeballs.
Exactly.
You just 2 sockets.
I can visually see it now. Good morning, Mo. How are you doing? Would you like your contacts placed today? Yes, thank you. I can't see!
You should have been nicer to me yesterday.
What is happening?
And then this is a personal thing for me that I'm happy about. Handshaking time at church is likely gone forever.
Yeah.
And that's been the dream. It's been the dream, and we are living the dream.
Yeah. Hey, how about the increase of personal space?
Yes! Oh,
Yeah. It's
so good.
no longer like, I don't know, just that feeling of you're standing in line in Walmart and you go to turn and that person is right
Breathing
there.
on your neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I get some gum? Excuse me.
Yeah, there is that respect of personal space and boundaries. That whole bubble, invisible bubble.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
It's there, and it's 6 feet wide.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess
and
it'd be
it's
12
for-
feet wide, wouldn't it? Because it'd be 6 feet all around you,
Yeah.
any direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's for everyone. Like, everyone is all about it at this point. Even those who are like, COVID. No, they're still respecting the 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yep, it's great.
This
ahead.
last portion of our outline really speaks to me because it says, what if I'm not a nerd? And this is not me. This is not, I'm not comic book. I'm not video game. That's not my...
You said last hour, you don't even watch movies.
Exactly.
You passively watch movies.
Exactly. So for me, I'm very much out of a comfort zone. I'm very much out of what I feel like where I fit in.
I mean, you wear
This
glasses, but that's not enough anymore.
This is my back row, if you will. Like, I just envision Mo walking into a room and sitting in the farthest chair away from everybody because I just don't feel 100% comfortable. In this case, Matt is my only comfort.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said.
Right?
About me.
But I'm so excited to be able to, one, learn more, and two, grow in a different kind of relationship with my teenage son.
Yeah, this might be a very good catalyst to growing in his direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that same way is that same thing is gonna happen with me and my kids as they grow up, because the world is only getting more nerdy. Mo and I did the one chip challenge for our special Christmas episode. So firstly, Mo, explain the first few minutes after eating the chip for you.
The first few minutes were absolutely miserable.
So there's one of my favorite clips of you of all time happened in the first 30 seconds. Where, because we streamed it on Twitch when we recorded it, which was on the Tuesday before Christmas. And you eat that chip, and then you bend over, and I don't know what you're doing. I think you're grabbing a tissue or a napkin or something. But when you come back, you make the deepest, manliest, angry noise. When you come back up, and I'm like, oh gosh, she means it. She does not like this. The one saving grace that I had, which, by the way, I've said this 1,000 times on the show, but I was starting keto. I had done 3 whole days of keto up to that point.
Yeah.
And I said, so I'm stuck at home for 2 weeks and everything we're ordering is DoorDash and whatever. No, I'm not doing keto here.
Yeah.
No, forget this. We'll wait until after now. Forget that.
Yeah.
But so Deidre couldn't taste or smell anything. And we're ordering all this food from DoorDash and, we got our, stimulus thing, and so like, well, we haven't used it yet. I guess that's what we're using it for.
Yep.
And Deidre was getting madder and madder about it. By the 3rd day where I'm like, let's order some dinner. Do you want to order anything?
Oh my gosh.
Is there anything you want? What does it matter?
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to taste anything anyway. Just get whatever you want to get. Can you taste? Can you smell? Might as well just get whatever you want to eat because I'm not going to enjoy it one way or the other. I had the same reaction.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And I wouldn't try and do it on purpose. I'm trying to be nice,
Yeah, I know.
And so I'll catch myself halfway saying it, several days in. I'm like, do you want anything specific? She's like, what?
Nothing.
It doesn't matter to you what I order, right? Why would it? Okay. Rachel, my friend Rachel, says, dang, you're 35, Matt? Your age is hard to tell with the whole being bald thing, but Mo doesn't look a day over 23. She's also 35.
That means my oldest child would have been born when I was 8.
What do you mean when you say, dang, you're 35, it's hard to tell because you're bald? Do you mean I look older or younger than that? Because I've had some bad experiences, even here on Twitch, with people thinking I'm Mo's dad. So, can you clue me in there? I plead the 5th. Well, great.
Fun fact. And the second
But I don't
time
look
that
like
I've,
Mo's dad. I appreciate that. Thank you.
fun fact, and the second time that I've said this on the show, I'm actually older than Matt.
A couple months. Yeah, literally, someone jumped
I'm
onto
your
Twitch.
elder, so respect me.
Someone jumped onto Twitch once and said, oh, cool, a father-daughter stream. And I'm like, that's real funny. Like, oh, sorry, I was serious. You look, never mind. And we haven't seen that person back since then, so.
Zeus was a college student during the Prohibition era.
Seuss?
Dr. Seuss.
You said Zeus.
Did I? Seuss. college student during the Prohibition era in 1925 at Dartmouth. He and his friends were caught drinking gin in their dorm room, and as a punishment, Seuss was stripped of his editorship of the college magazine. It was then that he began to publish works under a variety of pseudonyms to include T. Seuss, Dr. Theophratus Seuss, and eventually shortening it to simply Dr. Seuss.
Sipping on gin with Seuss. That's all I was thinking of.
I'm so sad that I didn't think of that first. Oh, man. You got to do a parody.
Have you heard the latest one?
No.
I really hope you haven't, because I want to surprise you.
No,
with this.
I haven't.
Okay. So, Burger King's attempt to highlight gender disparity in the restaurant industry with a provocative tweet has backfired. Last Monday, which was International Women's Day, you might recall, the Twitter account for Burger King UK tweeted, "Women belong in the kitchen."
What?
And what they meant was, women belong
Yeah.
with us in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But of course they know what that line provokes. They knew what they were doing.
The week before, and I said this last week, but the week before daylight savings, I had to be at work 30 minutes earlier. My duties in the morning became bigger, and so that required me to be at work. I know. Thanks a lot. Thanks. I appreciate that so much. I don't know why you had to draw attention to it by laughing, but...
I'm sorry. Did y'all hear that? Mo just said her duties in the morning got bigger. That was so good. I'm sorry. Continue your story. Brian likes listening to our segment here on Twitch where we talk about food because we basically make him try all these different things because his daughter hears about them.
You're welcome. Has Matt ever been camping? He has, but he hated it.
It's the worst. I absolutely hate it. I went a few times before we got married. Well, I guess in the couple first years of our marriage too. Went a few times because my wife's family goes all the time. And every time I'm miserable. Every time I absolutely hate every aspect of it. And so I stopped going. Like, you can go with the family. And, we had kids. And I'm like, yeah, you can take them. Y'all can go. Go have a weekend with them. It's fun. Well, my wife made the comment of, come on, you've never been camping with the boys. I'm like, that's a dirty card to play. So I went camping 2 years ago, again, with them. It was the first time in 10 years. And the few moments with the boys was a blast. The 98% of the rest of the thing, though, was awful. Worse than I remember it. Never happening again.
If ever there were going to be a group of people who were going to be offended by Disney movies as a whole, let me just say, it should be all the stepmoms of the world. I'm serious.
You're right. The evil stepmom trope.
Yeah. Hey, fun fact, did you know that the first Olympics played in Athens
Were
Do you know?
Au naturel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all men athletes, and they were played completely nude, and because of that, women were not allowed to be spectators. They could not watch because the men were
Because they'd be scandalized.
naked. Yeah. That's another fact for you. You get two extra facts.
They
today.
weren't good at making tight-fitting clothing that would, hold
Right.
all the junk in place. They're
But
like,
can
well,
you
let's just let
imagine
it fly.
doing some of those sports naked? For real, think about it.
Javelin.
Just take a second, even running.
Well, the worst in my mind is the wrestling. The Greco-Roman wrestling.
That would be awful.
You got
Hurdles, yes.
hurdles.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. I'm serious.
The race where they have to pass the baton off.
Oh, stop. No. I'm not letting you go there. No. Nope. Their
the right
arm had to
baton.
be fully extended to
Grab
pass the
right
baton.
guys. Woo.
There's not a whole lot I dislike, but
That's
there's
good.
also
I mean,
not
that's
a
not a
whole
bad
lot. There's also not a whole lot that I love that other people don't like. I like Twilight. I really like the new Star Wars movies. Okay, this one I get shanked for sometimes. I didn't think The Last Jedi was bad. I liked it.
You know what? You and I are kind of in the same boat on that. So let's imagine. Let's put ourselves in a world
No,
Where-
Matt, I don't want to.
where these Tesla bot robots are out and they're, doing groceries and mowing lawns and doing all these kind of things, and we're going to the grocery store and we're in line at the self-checkout behind a robot and in front of a robot. There's robots on either side of us. How are you feeling?
I'm terrified. I am absolutely terrified. I quit.
Like, how
I
do
wanna
we
walk away.
How would
I'm
we
done.
as a society get past that feeling?
You know how they do like banana chips
Okay.
or apple chips?
Okay.
It's like,
Wouldn't those
Okra.
still be fried?
no.
Are banana chips not fried?
No. You put them in a dehydrator,
Oh, okay.
not in a fryer.
Okay. I gotcha. I'm on the trolley.
Are you?
I'm on the stick here. I get it.
Taking up the caboose, I think, 'cause you...
Why? Because I'm fat?
No, because if you were taking up the caboose and you were fat, then the whole thing would just go...
Taking off the whole caboose. When you sit around the caboose, you sit around the caboose. That's what
You
Mo said.
are the caboose.
I love it when Mo sets me up for that joke
my
because she hates it.
I do hate it. I absolutely hate it. Oh gosh. All right. Brian, would you rather be in prison for 50 years or die?
What?
That's what it says. That is what it says.
What?
Yeah, Look. Oh. Can you see it? I don't think you can see it. Anyway, that's what it says.
Oh my. This got even darker than that.
It's getting worse.
I'll say 50 years in prison.
No.
No way.
56% of people said die. That's what I would have said. 50 years in prison? I'm going to end up dying there anyway, so I might as well just die and go meet Jesus.
You'd acclimate and have
No.
some sort of life.
No,
Wow.
I'm not going to live to be that old. I'm 36.
Yeah, you got a mouth on you too, so people would kill you pretty
Exactly.
quickly.
Didn't you see my Facebook post? So there's a whole book that goes along with it. And the premise of Elf on the Shelf is that, like, the first line of the book is, have you ever wondered how Santa could know if you've been good or bad as you grow?
Yeah, I've read the story, and I mean I get it, but it's still a doll. You'd think that seeing this not moving
Oh no, they convince themselves that they have seen the eyes move and the head move and the hands move.
See, that's more creepy than Christmassy in my mind.
Yeah, it's yeah, and that's
They freak out if they accidentally touch it, Oriole says.
so yeah.
But see, the way I'm picturing that is
No. So the thing is, it says in the book that you cannot touch the elf because it could lose its magic.
Well, okay, so the one that kind of stuck with me the most is actually from this year. And so my husband and I are both singers, and we have been our whole lives. And before kids, we were barbershoppers. So we would sing in a cappella barbershop choirs and quartets professionally. And
professional. What?
So
Hold up right there.
Hold the
You
phone.
can't just drop the bomb that you were professional barbershop singers
surprise.
and just gloss over it
Surprise!
as prelude to a show. Holy cow.
When we do Valentine's Day, I have a better Valentine's story. We didn't see each other on Valentine's Day for years because we were doing singing Valentine's, and I was part of a prize package every year for the radio station. It was so much fun. Anyway, so that's Valentine's. We're going to say that.
She was so good.
Hubby
She
and
was
I
part
have
of the
always been
prize
singers,
package.
and so we.
Can you be my new sister?
I gotta say that I do at least like the idea of creator aliens more than like gonna destroy you and eat you alive aliens.
Well, maybe they're raising us like a farm to eat us.
That was disgusting. That was awful. That is the worst visual I think I've ever. There's your new alien movie.
Why, man? Why?
There's your new alien movie.
Human
right
farm.
there. Good grief.
Hey,
Man.
maybe this they set this whole evolution thing in motion, and eventually we're going to hit the level where we're really delicious, and that's why every now and then somebody does get abducted for real because they're taste testing. Have they made it yet? Are they ripe yet?
Stop. That. Wow. Given our main topic, we asked you if puberty turned you into an animal, a la turning red. Which animal out of these four would you have turned into?
So we gave you the
here we
option
go.
of a bear, a giraffe, a ferret, or a squid. No,
A squid?
Yeah,
A squid?
Which one of those animals did puberty
That's
turn you
disgusting.
into?
The squid is disgusting. That is awful. Awful.
Haven't you seen? There's always those teenagers that when they hit puberty, they get all they're always moist. They're just always
Ew, that's
greasy
so
and wet, sweaty.
So I start flipping, and I'm realizing that I do not have nearly enough pages. And I cannot find the next part of what I'm supposed to be
You were
saying.
in the middle of a story too,
Yeah.
on the page.
Yeah. So I call out to one of our leaders who was sitting next to my stuff, and I told her, "Can you please bring me my bag? I'm just going to have to read my testimony from my phone." And just at that same time, I flipped the page over and noticed that it was printed front and back. And so
the friend jumped up and's running with the bag. Oh, never mind. Turns around, runs back to the seat. Back down.
yeah. So anyway, it was within the first minute and a half, 2 minutes of
It didn't bode well for the rest, so I'm glad that it didn't actually derail you.
yeah.
I was like, oh gosh.
Here we go.
Oh goodness.
But Matt is front row. One of the first two people that I see, he's within it's not eye shot, is it?
Eye shot?
Eye shot. Yeah, like earshot. Eye shot? Is eye shot a thing?
I'm in your field of vision.
You're in my field of vision. Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be a thing now. Shoots an eye shot at me.
Shut up. And I can see.
Eye guns. Pew, pew.
You know what? Whatever.
Oh,
He crosses
funny.
his arms and sinks down into his chair and puts his head in his hand, and he just feels all this embarrassment for me.
Yep.
Yep. But hey,
Look.
I feel like I rolled with it and played it off really well.
No, it was actually quite entertaining. Nothing beats a time when I swallowed a fly on stage, so tried to power through it and could not.
I'll answer Tad Hall's question. What VHS did you wear out the most as a kid? Good Burger.
Tad, you know what a VHS is?
What is this weird brick? Brick filled with tape?
We stopped to get some big snow cones, eating them in the car, like, big cup full, giant things. Eating them in the car, talking about what we were going to do next, talking about wedding stuff. And she's holding hers in her left hand. And I ask her what time it is. And she does the full-on cartoon thing of whoop. And her entire
Matt.
thing splashed all over the inside of our car. It's everywhere, all over the center console. And she expected me to get really mad. And I started laughing at it. And she got mad at me for not being mad. And then we both just laughed on and on for hours about it. And still to this day, bring it up. So that is one of my most fond memories that's not really about anything important.
It's also National Pet Day. Yeah.
Nah.
Got any pets? No, you don't.
Nope.
I have enough for both of us. How's that sound? Want a cat? We're trying to get. Oh, I can't say that on here.
Let everybody know. You do. I have never lit a fart on fire, but it's something that I've always wanted to do. Do you remember did you ever see the terrible Christian movie Extreme Days? That used Toby Mac's Extreme Days as the theme song?
I don't think so.
Well, it's about kind of it's like a road trip movie, and it's not terrible. It's just weird.
Okay.
But it's a road trip movie, and there's 4 guys, and there's a whole scene where that's what they're doing. You see them all lying down, legs up in the air, butts facing out, and then they turn out the lights, and then it's just a bunch of flames. Just this is a Christian movie. I told myself, this isn't a Christian movie. This is inappropriate for a Christian movie. But ever since seeing that scene, though, I really want to do this. But I've never had the gumption. Never had it.
Oh my gosh.
Never had it.
I think you've got the gumption. You should do it. Tell us how it goes. My husband has done it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did he burn his behind? Did he singe the hair off
Yes.
his back end?
Yes. Yes.
That's so dangerous.
Yeah. He would tell you that he never knew what burning hair smelled like until then.
Well, I mean...
And then he was terrified, like, my butt's on fire. And Trix should not have been the cereal to call it Trix Tracks, because what is Trix cartoon? What is their...
The bunny.
Yeah.
The silly rabbit.
Rabbits leave tracks, and they're not anything that I want to be eating.
Well, that's not their tracks.
That is their tracks.
They leave a trail of what you're thinking of. But tracks are footprints.
No.
That's what a track is.
You ever had a rabbit?
It has nothing to do with the animal. That's what
It
a
has
track
everything to
That's
do
what
with
tracks
the animal.
are. Tracks are footprints.
No, bunny tracks. You've ever heard of it? Bunny tracks. It's not their footprints. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about the tracks that they leave everywhere.
Listen. I don't have the energy to argue with you. I'm just going to say...
Oriole, keep your opinion to yourself.
I disagree with you.
Have you ever had a bunny? I've had a bunny.
I had a bunny.
It does not make you an expert on the English language.
No, but it makes me an expert on bunny poop and how far it goes. And it's everywhere.
I understand that.
Pretty sure I'm still finding bunny tracks in my house.
Gracious.
Is it you who mixes dill and cherry?
Heck yes.
Okay, so I was at the Mule Shoe Pool with some friends this past week, and one of the little girls got a pickle and a cherry snow cone. And she's taking a bite of her snow cone and then taking a bite of her pickle. And Mila's like, what is she doing? And I said, Mila, that apparently is a thing. Cherry and pickle, that flavor combination is a thing. And Mila's like, from who? Where did you hear this from? I said, Mr. Matt, that's his thing. And she was like, can I try? So she tried the cherry snow cone, dill pickle. She had her own dill pickle, Mila did, because Mila's a pickle fan. But that is now Mila's favorite flavor
I told
combination.
you, it's like you either hate it absolutely, or it is your new favorite and you'll get it every time you get the chance.
I'm going to have to try it, I guess.
It's the weirdest thing. My older brother introduced it to me when I was a kid, and he explained it to me exactly that way. He said, hey, tomorrow when the snow cone guy comes around, I'm going to get you my favorite flavor, and it's a mix of dill pickle and cherry flavors in the snow cone. And you're either going to absolutely hate it, in which case I will buy you another one the next day, or it's going to be your favorite one ever. And I said, okay. And it was so dang good. That's the only combination I ever get, ever. My whole life. Keep everything else away from me. I don't want it. Keep your tiger blood, keep your grape, keep your rainbow. I don't want it. I want cherry and dill pickle. It's so good.
So I just need you to know that, like, for all the things that you share about your brothers and how you don't get along with them, and, you know, that is like, that's a heartwarming story.
One of the few really nice memories that I have, yes.
I used to play Candy Crush all the time.
Yeah.
Love Candy Crush.
Did you ever pay any money?
Not on Candy Crush.
Okay. What did you pay money on then?
I've already talked about it.
What?
That design game that I was stupidly addicted to.
Remind me.
Like 2 years ago. It was the home design game.
Oh, right. And why did you have to pay money for it?
To get specific furniture and design features. Because you get ranked. Your room gets voted and ranked against other people in the game who are designing the same room.
Wow.
And if you want to get ranked as the better designer, you have to have the better furniture.
How much money do you think you paid?
I mean, honestly, not that much. Not more than $100.
That's a lot. No.
In 2 years' time? In 2 years' time?
$100 into a mobile game.
I'm not super happy about it, but there's a lot of people that pay way more.
That is not a justification.
And it was over 2 years.
I understand.
It's not like it was over a couple days. Golly.
When you said not a lot, I expected you to say $20 or less. $100.
Thank you, KY. Thank you.
Oh, man.
KY says, have y'all not paid $100 in 2 years for online video game stuff?
Not for the same game. Nope.
It doesn't have to be the same game.
It does. That's specifically what I'm
Why?
old at.
Why? Because I find one game that I actually enjoy, and so I'm going to invest, and I am using that word loosely.
Right.
I'm going to invest money in one game as opposed to 5 games?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
All right, Oriole. This could be it. This could be it. This could be my winning card. Or it could put us into sudden death mode.
So what were the first two?
Half of existence being wiped out and a full bikini wax.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go with a full bikini wax.
Yes! Dun, 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 dun. I win, and Mo does not. Oriole,
I'm sorry, Mo.
you're the best.
No, I told you this doesn't affect our friendship, right?
Yes, it absolutely does affect our friendship.
She kept track of who picked her answers every time we all got
That is
points.
exactly right. No, I'm totally kidding. This does not affect any friendship whatsoever. I love you all still just the same. And to be totally honest, I mean, after 8 seasons, Matt deserves to hold on to the belt for a little while.
For a minute. Golly. You rip it from my hands again in 2 weeks.
We all still know who the better host is, so I don't need a belt.
So I know that Mo doesn't connect with her son over a lot of things.
That's not true.
Specifically anime. She doesn't understand anime.
That's
She doesn't understand FNAF whatsoever.
I don't
Topher put
know.
this in. Topher,
She's not
Topher sent this
big
to
into
you.
Pokemon at all.
He
Or
said
collecting.
my dad
She
doesn't
doesn't really
understand
collect
Among Us.
much. She started getting a few of those pops, but she doesn't really collect anything.
he sent this to you.
What are you talking about?
He is a liar.
I know that this is a
He upsets me that he thinks that I don't collect anything. I don't collect anything because they don't buy me the things that I want to collect. That's why
do
I
you
don't
want to
collect.
collect, Mo?
And I have an entire wall of crosses. An entire wall in my home of crosses. But I don't collect anything.
Yeah, Topher sent me all these.
Good grief. He can kick rocks. I don't understand a lot of the things that he is into, but I do at least attempt to.
I understand FNAF. I just don't like it because I'm not a fan of those thriller type video games.
Oh, yeah.
where the jump scares and whatnot. Top 5 Christian artists or bands. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I get to go first, and I feel like I'm going to make you mad about that.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Why do you get to go first?
Because
We didn't say heads or tails.
yes, we did, and it was tails already, and I get to go first. We did it before the bracket, the vote came in.
You're about to tick me off.
DJJ Shane says of all time. I mean, technically, I guess. Yeah, of all time.
You're about to make me so angry.
That was the funniest little whisper. You're about to make me so angry. For King and Country. That's my number 1.
Yep,
What's your number 1, Mo?
Taryn Wells.
Dornwells. Okay. NF is my
Skillet.
Okay. Now I'm upset. That was my next one.
What you get?
What are you saying?
Those mock collections in elementary school were really a thing. I've only ever seen those on TV.
Oh yeah.
I've never had a mock collection.
Oh no.
Really?
We did.
Oh
them.
yeah,
we do
Oh,
them.
yeah, they
Yeah.
march. They march all of the grades, including the preschoolers, down to the principal's office to cast a very secret and
So-
not totally talked about in the hallway ballot.
Exactly.
I went to a Catholic
We had-
school in elementary.
we had
and
a
we didn't
debate.
do any weird stuff.
Like we
Actually, we
did
did
a
a lot
mock
of weird
debate up on stage during an assembly.
That's really cool.
And I remember pointing. Oh my gosh! I remember pointing my finger at my cousin after he said that he would bring everybody change, and I said the only change that this man will bring is that's all that will be left in your wallets. And I don't know why I said that. But I remember everybody cheering and clapping, and the reaction I got.
That's fantastic.
And it was great.
Oh, that's so good. I honestly thought that was something that only happened in sitcoms. Like, I did not think it was a real thing that kids did. Like, my mom calls me every day, at least once a day. And her first question is always like, what's going on? What are you doing right now? And in my mind, I'm like, I'm doing the same thing I do every day at this time when you call. Why are you still asking this question?
You are such a jerk.
You never get another
Your
answer.
mom just cares. So that's when you say, what do you think I'm doing, Mom?
Oh, so I'm supposed to be a direct butthole to her on the phone.
No.
What do you think, Mom?
No.
Jeez.
You don't have to be. I will ask that to my closest friends when they say the same thing. What are you doing right now? And they ask me the same thing 3 days in a row at roughly the same time. What do you think I'm doing,
Mom?
What do you think I'm doing?
Of course, I'm doing the same thing I do every dang day. Jeez. What do you want?
Good grief. What a jerk.
I would never talk to my mom that way.
No, you just think it in your head.
Exactly.
And then
yes.
talk about it on the radio show.
Exactly.
You're a
That's how it
jerk. What a big jerk.
I am more the person who's like, can we just skip the pleasantry nonsense and you just ask me whatever you called for? Let's just go. I would rather my mom say, hey, how do I turn off notifications on my phone or whatever that she's calling to ask for?
So basically,
instead of having
hey,
10
Matt,
minutes of, hey, are you doing the same
what
thing?
What are you doing? How are the
working
kids?
on some LT
Have you had a good day today?
Watching the kids.
You just want to go?
Awake? Yeah, Natalie's awake. She doesn't sleep all day. She's a 1-year-old now.
When you answer the phone from now on, hey, Mom, what do you need?
Well, that's
That's way
ruder. Hey, Mom, what do you need?
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. Hey, Mom,
care.
what do you need?
You doing all right? I don't care.
Yeah, I'm good. What do you need, Mom? Do you need something? Do you need my help with something?
I mean, that would... I can't do that. I can't do that to my mom. I love
Well,
my
then
mom.
that's your fault.
I love my mama.
Then stop complaining about it. I don't want to hear it anymore. And every time that you try and talk about it from now on, I'm just going to throw my shoe at you. Shut up.
Padawan Pastor asked how we liked our care package gifts. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What a surprise it was for us to receive this giant box from Australia.
Yours was giant.
Full of presents.
Mine wasn't giant.
Well, I also had some taste tests in mine.
Oh, that's
that
fair.
I brought today.
That's fair. And then I got Tim Tams.
All right, good. I'm glad that you got Tim Tams too, because they wrapped it and they didn't wrap any of the other taste tests. And I'm like, it's a present for me. So,
Well, listen, and my kids, I open it up and look at it, and they're like, Tim Tams, and I'm like, no, you're allowed one, and that is it. The rest are mine.
they're so good, and there's so few in those bags.
Yeah, I know. And I haven't done a Tim Tam slam yet, but
Mine are all gone.
jeez. The boys were little. I don't even think Cannon was a year old. Okay. So Topher was like a year and a half, maybe 2. And I'll just say that we had a long night the night before. We stayed the night with some of our friends, and enjoyed some adult beverages. Okay. And so I woke up the next morning feeling very out of it. But, kids don't realize that, especially toddlers. And so up runs Topher with a Dora the Explorer book and says, Mommy, can you read this? And the very first word is hola. However, in my current state that I had found myself in, I couldn't quite read the word. And so for a good solid minute, I'm just looking at the word going,
Holla!
Until I finally asked Chris, what is this word? And he looks at it and goes, hola? Oh.
Hola!
Yeah.
Holla!
I'm surprised that's not what I said. Holla.
I'm just.
Soy Dora.
So when I was drunk, no, in the third grade,
You were drunk in the third grade?
In the third grade, I remember sitting at my desk. We had to write like a paragraph or something. And I needed to write the word of. And I sat there having a crisis because I could not remember how it was spelled. And I still remember the best I came up with was UV. And I just like, okay, that's it. And I kept writing, and it was like, I was almost done. I'm like, OF. I went and erased it. But that's like the only memory I have from third grade. And it's still just like, man, that was a painful moment for me.
Listen, I get it though.
She's got her own office.
Is her name on the door?
No, but neither is anybody's. Nobody's names are on the door. But they all have their own. Like, she has her own desk. She has two guest chairs in there. No, they don't have names on the doors.
Why are you so annoyed with me?
You're an annoying person.
I didn't even. Kick rocks.
Anyway,
you're not going to ruin my good day. Listen,
really
I've had a really good day already. You're not going to ruin it. Do you hear me?
I'm trying to gush on my wife, and you're just.
And I was trying to gush on her too, asking if she could put her name on the door. That's all. And you got annoyed. Jeez Louise.
What was that tone of voice you're using? It hurt my ears. Netflix went on to be like the streaming giant, the big first streaming giant. And then we have Hulu, we have Disney Plus, we have Peacock.
Thank you.
Saying it normally.
Although, no, you're not. You're still emphasizing the peacock.
Peacock. How do I say it, Mo? How should I say it?
Peacock.
How am I not saying that? Peacock. Peacock.
Stop. That's enough. We're done. You know, I get like my main screen 3/4 of the way full and I start to panic and freak out if I can't see my back wallpaper.
Why are you saving everything to your desktop?
You yell at me for this every single year. Every year you yell at me for this. I think that also the fact that I think of the elderly when I think of Jell-O is another reason that I'm like, and I'm not a fan. I love the elderly, but I don't like Jell-O. I just had.
Whenever I think of Jell-O, I think of the elderly, and I'm like, no, thank you. Gross.
Listen, shout out to Megyn Kelly right now. I just had a Megyn Kelly moment. And I really.
Old people? Ugh.
I really felt like I love old people, but.
I like my Jell-O like I like my old people. I don't.
Last Friday after lunch, I have my lunch break and then I have my lunch duty where I sit in on second lunch and really
I didn't say a word.
Where I sit in on second lunch and I watch the second
every day too.
Third graders. That's disgusting. I watch the second and third graders eat their food. Good grief! And make sure nobody kills each other.
I've never been drunk, and that is still true. I've never been drunk, but I also have never really been buzzed or anything. Like, I've never had enough to affect me in any way.
Were you buzzed?
And so I took...
And you didn't think to call me!
We had a whole bunch left over. I took like a couple shots of it one night. Basically thinking this will help me sleep because I'd had several nights where I just could not fall asleep. But before we were going to sleep, we had to plan our grocery list, and so I'm sitting in my chair and I'm writing everything out, and I feel like I'm fine. I feel everything's normal. I'm starting to feel a little hot. That's about it.
That happens.
So I sit up from the chair because I'm just feeling sweaty or whatever. I sit up. Deja looks at me and she goes, "Are you okay?" She didn't know I had these. And I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Your head is pouring sweat right now."
Like I am just, and I reach up and my hand is just covered, like I've been in the pool. Like it is just so wet. And she goes, and you're also talking really slow. I'm like, I am. She goes, you're talking like this, like very deliberately with everything you're saying. I said, I think I sound normal. Don't I sound normal? She goes, no. And so I tell her, that I had those 2 drinks. She goes, okay, well, that explains it. And I said, but I really feel like I'm talking normal. And she says, okay, say something really fast right now. And I sit there and I go, I can't. Like I'm thinking things really fast, but I can't get them out of my mouth. I can't even start saying them. And I'm like, this is crazy. And so I'm just sitting there for a long time trying to force myself to say something really fast. Just say something really fast. And that's what I was going to say.
Just say something really fast. Yeah.
And I'm just like, can't make it happen. So that's the closest to drunk I've ever been. And it was enough. I don't need any more. I don't need any more experience, but it was weird.
Matt, you have to get every single one of these to tie me.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too good about it now.
Would you
stopped in your track. What's going on here?
Would you rather eat big poop in private?
We've had this one before.
Or kiss big poop in front of your friends?
We had this one. I remember I made a thumbnail for it and everything. Kiss big poop? Question mark? That was
kiss big poop.
Eat big poop in private or kiss big poop in front of your friends. Kiss big poop in front of friends. I would not want to eat a big poop unless I was getting $1 million for $1 million.
63%.
$1 million. I'd eat a king size dookie.
Ew, that's just. You are gross.
It's from Dusty Slay. On a date, all individuals present, all of them, all on the date, present should gently and politely compete to pay the entire bill. Still, the historical mandate is hard-coded into most people and should be considered if you... nope, not reading that rule. Holy moly.
And we all know what it's meaning.
Whew, my gracious. Well, it's the way they wrote it. It's gross. It's even worse. I'm just going to slide it over to your screen. Don't read. It's the top rule. Last 5
that
words.
One you'll slide over, but when
just
I asked...
Just look. Top rule, bottom... Sorry, anybody listening or watching, we can't put... It's family-friendly stream. Can't put it on there, but most faith should be enough.
It's worse than anything that I've ever said or thought about saying or was going to say or accidentally said or anything. Anything.
Anyway, that aside...
I feel violated.
That aside... The overall rule, on a date, everybody should gently and politely compete to pay the entire bill. Do you agree with that?
No.
Oh
my gosh, I'm like...
Scandalized. Never did I ever think Mo would ever get scandalized.
I can't.
I need to get up. I need to jog.
Oh my gosh. Need a shower.
That's going to do it for the Back Row Morning Show. Once again, I'm Radio Matt.
And I'm Mo.
And if nobody else tells you, we promise it's true.
Jesus loves you, nerd.